So the next category is word stress in a sentence. So English is a very syllable derived language. Like we stress on certain syllables and certain words more than others. Okay, it's very evident and you will see it everywhere around. We do it naturally most of the times, but today I'm going to break it down in such a way that you will be able to categorize which words to stress and which not to stress. So, very simply saying, English is a syllable timed language. Okay, some words hold more importance than the others. Okay, let's to understand this, let's go for an example. So, just say A, B, C, D. Okay, you'll see on the screen A, B, C, D. We just stressed on all the four alphabets equally, right? But now let's just add one word in between those. Okay, let's add and in between those. Like, let's call it now. Let's see how we say it now. A and B and C and D. So how do we really pronounce it? We say un. We don't say and. Look at how it will sound if we say and we just say the word as it is. If we stress on every word the way we stress on every word equally, how will it sound? Let's see. A and B and C and D. Look at how it sounds. It sounds so robotic. It sounds unnatural. It sounds as if, I mean, it's a robot saying all of it. Imagine, would you be able to do a good voiceover based on such robotic and monotonous tones? No, you wouldn't be able to do it. Right? So A and B, every word has different importance. So A is a very important alphabet in the sentence. So we call it aloud. A and B and C and D. We put very less emphasis on and. We actually put so less emphasis that we end up calling it un. A and D and C and B. All right. So let's add one more alphabet to it. Now we call it, let's just add one more alphabet. Now it will be A and the B and the C and the D. Now look at how precisely we have just compressed both the words all at once. We are now calling it and the A and the B and the C and the D. Imagine if we used the same amount of stress to every word in the sentence. It will sound something like this. A and the B and the C and the D. No, it won't sound good, right? So we actually combine the sentences pronunciations and the stress, and we completely change the way it sounds. We don't really put all the emphasis on all words equally. A and the B and the C and the D. So the word and the has been actually changed to something that will have a spelling of ENDA. And the A and the B and the C and the D. So this is how the English language is. You don't put equal stress on all the sentences. Now we'll understand which words you should really put a stress on. I mean, okay, I understand that I cannot put stress on all sentences, then all words. Then which word am I supposed to put all the stress? I'll tell you everything. So some words need to be given weak emphasis. Some words need to be given strong emphasis. Okay, example. I'll tell you an example. I want a glass of water. How do we really say it? I want a. I is a pronoun. I want a. You say want a. You combine both of them all other. Glass of water. Glass of water. Glass of water. Glass is important. Water is important word. Want is also an important word. Want is a verb. So all these words are given importance, but some words are not given equal importance. I want a glass of water. Another word will just go with another sentence. I drive a car. I drive a car. I drive a car. Drive is important. Car is important. We give emphasis on it. So now you know how important stressing a word in a sentence is. Now we need to understand what criteria do we really follow in order to stress these words. Okay, so there are two types of words primarily. There are content words and there are function words. So content words are anything in the spectrum of adjectives, verbs, nouns, adverbs, question words, negative words like nobody, nothing, neither. I mean, nobody wants to talk to me, or nothing is wrong. That's what girls say, or neither neither do I have all the skills, nor do I have equipments. So all these all of these types of words that need emphasis. And then there are auxiliary verbs and modal verbs. Auxiliary verbs could be something like could, may, might, would, shall, should, must. So content words need to be given more focus. These are the ones that you have to emphasize, and these are the ones that you have to intonate. Okay. In the entire sentence, these are the words that need most of the focus, and they should not be really combined or fumbled upon, or they should not be ignored. They have to be underlined and they have to be given most of the important criteria. Okay, so next kind of words are function words. So function words are anything in the spectrum of articles, auxiliary verbs, and there are pronouns, prepositions, and conjunctions or to be words. So these words are like do, have, in, at, on, off, between, anything. Let's just understand this with the help of an example. So she would be driving today. She is a pronoun. Pronoun is a function word. Would be. Would is an auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb, again, a function verb. A function word. Then there is be, to be word. To be words are again function words. So these have to be paid very less amount of stress. So they can be really said all at once. She would be. She would be. She would be. We just combined it all at once. And then there is driving. Driving is a verb. Verb is a content word. So she would be driving today. She would be driving today. She would be driving today. You wouldn't think, imagine if we do it other way around. She would be driving today. She would be driving today. She would be driving today. In that case, look at the entire importance of the sentence is lost. So you focus more on these content words, adjectives, nouns, verbs, adverbs. You focus more on those. And then there's another example. She is planning to go to the school. She's planning to go to the school. Okay, so she is, we again, it's the less stressing one. Planning, verb is a content word, so you stress more on it. Then there is to go. To is not to, you can just use it. You don't need to stress on it. Go is important. We can stress on go. To the, every time that we say to the, we don't say to the, we say to the. We combine it and then we say to the school. School is very important. It's a noun. So again, we'll start understand another question, another example. Can you go to the room and switch off the light? Can you go to the room? Can you go? Can you go? We combine it. Can you go? Go is a verb, but then it is slightly less important. So can you go to the room and switch off the light? Can you go to the room and switch off the light? So here we emphasize more on switch, light, room. The idea here is to stress more on content words and a little less on function words. In that way, this sentence will help you give a good amount of intonation. These intonations will create great emphasis. So for example, in voiceovers, a lot of times you have to emphasize on certain digits. So example, I was doing a script. It had something like the car is fastest on planet and it runs at 400 kilometers per hour. Now 400 is something which is very important. You have to stress upon it. 400 kilometers per hour. If you say 400 kilometers per hour, it does not sound good. You would want to emphasize it. That is what we are going to do for content words. We emphasize them. We bring it to the focus, and we make sure that audience realizes what the entire sentence has to say via these words. All right. So the idea is very simple. We weaken the function words and we strengthen the content words. So sometimes we actually break the rules. Okay. In certain situations, you will see that there is a lot of important aspect hidden in these function words as well. For example, I'll just give you a sentence. He is the father of the child. Okay. He is the father, we combine it, is the father is a noun, we give emphasis of the, again we just go down, of the child. He is the father of the child. So why he is emphasized? He is a pronoun. Pronoun is a function word. So in certain sentences, it's very important for the sentence because it creates meaning. So in these sentences, if you do not stress on he is the father of the child. He's the father of the child. Now we have to tell them that he is the father. So it's important. Like he is a vital part of the sentence. Who, it answers a who question. Hence, you have to emphasize on certain words. Now, there's another example that I'll tell you. They were the real criminals behind the act. They, who, it answers a who question. Sentences which answer these who, what questions, and the answer is completely related to some pronoun, you can actually emphasize it. Okay, all the time it was him. All the time it was him. Again, it answers a whom question. Who? All the time it was him. And certain times you actually also need to emphasize some kind of conjunctions. Conjunctions are again function words. So I'll tell you one thing. I want the world to be happy and peaceful. So if we do not really emphasize on this, it could be confused. So example, what if we say, I want the world to be happy and unpeaceful. Like I said early, we pronounce and as happy and peaceful. So sometimes people might get confused. They might say, did you say happy and peaceful? Or did you want to say happy or peaceful? So in order to avoid these confusions, in certain situations, we break the rules and we emphasize on these function words. And it's very normal practice. It can happen, but it is important to know what the rules are. In order to break them, you should at least know the rules really good. You have to know the rules really nicely. Once you know the rules, you can break them easily and you understand the scope of the breaking of rules. So the idea here is to make you aware of the stress points in a sentence. So I'll give you another example. I became paranoid that the school of jellyfish was spying on me. I became paranoid that the school of jellyfish was spying on me. Okay, look at how we have adjusted. We have given only emphasis to the content words. I became paranoid that the school of jellyfish was spying. Spying, jellyfish, school, paranoid, and became. Became was given comparatively little less importance. I am a living furnace. So this is an exceptional case. I am a living furnace. Who? It answers a who question. I am a living furnace. Okay? So hence in that case, we can actually emphasize on I, which is a pronoun, which is also a function word. To summarize the entire video right now, I would say the objective of great stressing on certain sections in a sentence is that stress more on content words and stress less on function words. In exceptional situations, you can stress on function words, but it would be great if you follow to stressing on content words alone. All right. I hope you got the point, and I hope this has helped you, or either at least it has added some advantage to your already known skills. All right. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one.